Welcome to the Big Me Kickoff. I am your host, Kevin Noon. It is 3 o'clock, Monday, February 10th. A new week. NFL season is over. UFL season coming up at some point. Not sure anybody knows anything about the UFL. The combination of the XFL and the USFL. The Rock got involved with it to purchase it. Still hasn't necessarily done anything. I certainly have some ideas of how I feel about how they could make it better, but nobody asked me. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Super Bowl was Sunday. We'll talk about that. We'll keep an eye on the Ohio State coaching search. Did get a little bit of news today with Keenan Bailey being elevated to co-offensive coordinator. And, Jim Tressel could be finding his way to the State House, nominated by Governor Mike DeWine as the new lieutenant governor. Hashtag stick to sports. We're only going to talk about it from a sports side of things. We're not going to get super involved with politics. We don't care about politics here on the Big Me Kickoff. We just care about sports and pickles. No pickles. But let's say hello. Let's say hello to people. We got Joe. The Super Bowl was so bad, I flipped the channel to Seinfeld reruns. Yeah, as I put in the title, was it the Super Bowl or a Super Bore? And for having 62 points, I can't say that I was overly excited with the game. I was involved with a parlay basically called a snooze fest with my friends over at WagerWire. And I'll tell you about WagerWire here in a second. But Zach Doctor, who is the CEO, came up with a parlay, which was kind of the snooze fest parlay. I don't remember what it was exactly called, but it had like the under in yards for Hurts, for Mahomes. I think it was the under in scoring. I think it was the under in rushing for Saquon Barkley. I think there was another under in there. And for a while, it seemed like it was going to hit. For a while, it was going well. I dumped out of there just probably at the right time. I was able to 4X my money. And I was happy with that. And I tried to tell other people who accused me of being a killjoy, buzzkill, whatever, Buzz Killington, about jinxing it. I'm like, oh, it's already jinxed. If you haven't gotten out of this parlay yet, you're probably not going to get anything out of it. And I don't know what people bet. I put $10 on it. That 10 pulled 50, which is my original 10, 4X my money. So I was happy with that. I had 3 other bets, so another $30. So I finished up $10. Not going to go to Panama on that, but I'm still happy. Whenever you can sit there, it gave me something to be interested in, and I was able to get through the game and the commercials, and we'll talk about the commercials as well. But I want to tell you about my friends at WagerWire. I don't have anything in the show notes at the moment, but check out the WagerWire app at your favorite app store, whether it's Google Play or the Apple App Store, whatever the hell they call themselves. Download the WagerWire app. Sign up under the code Buckeye Huddle, 2 words. Use it to sync all of your sports books and be able to use their bet value calculator, track all your action. Don't be betting against yourself. Now, there's hedging, but don't be betting against yourself and doing a lot of things that are just make you a worse bettor. And you can also use it to sign up for sports books and get all of the bonuses. And it also helps us out a little bit here on the channel as well if you do that. So, check us out at Buckeye Huddle. It'd mean a lot to me. I know that a lot of people want to talk about sports betting. We're kind of getting into a dry period until MLB really starts up. I know we got NC2A basketball. I know we got NBA basketball. We got the NHL. But it is a sad day when we don't have football. But I got a couple friends who are handicappers that I'm going to try and get on the show, and maybe somebody as well from WagerWire to tell you why you need to sign up for it. But again, Buckeye Huddle is your code. Use it to sync your books and sign up for new books. Robert Howard It was a great halftime show, in my opinion, but other than the fact that I witnessed the Chiefs get obliterated, yes, it was incredibly boring. Now, I don't know a damn thing about Kendrick Lamar. I don't know anything about his beef with Drake. The fact that I even know that that exists is well cooler than I actually am. I thought it was boring. I actually just like changed the channel for a while because I didn't know anything that he was playing. And I understand I am not the target audience for the halftime show, but with the reality is I think the halftime show needs to reach a wider audience. I don't think that I understand that Kendrick Lamar has like 22 Grammys or something like crazy like that. But it, I couldn't tell you anything that Kendrick Lamar played. I couldn't tell you the difference between Kendrick Lamar, Hedy Lamar, any, Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds. I couldn't tell you the difference of anybody there. So I know I wasn't the audience. I kind of, when I got into an argument with some friends, I mean, I still think the greatest halftime show in Super Bowl history was Prince in the Rain. I believe that was in Miami. They basically said, "Okay, boomer." Not a boomer, I'm Gen X, but I did not care for it. Now, I'm not like out angry and demanding change. I don't care that much. It's just a Super Bowl halftime show. I thought the anthem was really good. I thought America the Beautiful was really good. I don't feel like I was robbed of any musical enjoyment. I just didn't care for the halftime show. So there you go. I'm sure people will be commenting down below once we get to that point. Robert Howard as well. Anyway, hello. What's up, Kevin? Not much. Just got off a conference call for my side hustle, WagerWire, by the way. Just trying to come up with some plans for some things. They put together a lot of great content from the Super Bowl. Check them out as well at Twitter, at X, whatever it's called, at WagerWire. Good stuff from there. A great little funny piece with Cooper DeJean, who had the pick six. I guess Super Bowl Sunday was his birthday, and our CXO basically did like his fortune, like read his horoscope, his like birthday horoscope, and I guess it was very prophetic toward having a big game. So check that out. I know I retweeted it a couple of times on my own personal feed at Kevin_Noon. Any idea why they have allowed all of these leaks to get out, but no one is making anything official? You can't make anything official until you get through HR. And Ohio State's HR program is a pain in the ass. If you believe that one of the coaches may have been coaching as recently as yesterday, it's kind of difficult to leak that. Now, I understand that Kellen Moore is going to be moving to a head coaching job after being an OC for one of the teams, and that got out there. But there's something about NFL to NFL versus NFL to anything else. There's no reason to be like, or they're cold feet or whatever. No, it's just the process. It's how it always is. This is no different than any other time. It's just how it works. Ryan Dawes, guess who didn't watch the stupid bowl? This guy. It's a choice, but I knew that I was going to come on here and potentially have to talk about the game. You always have to be prepared. What happens if Sydney Sweeney streaks at the game? I better be watching the game. Not that they would show it. They don't show any streaker, even Sydney Sweeney. So I just needed to make sure that I was watching the game. Did I make a big to-do of it? No. Did I cook a big meal? No. I didn't do really anything. I didn't even drink a beer. I thought about it at one point because it was boring. I needed some sort of pick-me-up. But I went out with a buddy on Saturday. It was grossly overserved. And not that I was hungover, but I'm just like, I don't need to drink. So there you go. Doug Shepard Sr., I watched some of the first half just because I didn't want my brother to be sad watching it alone. I just can't. So, and I think that's the nice thing to do. You don't want to sit there and leave family alone during the holiday of the Super Bowl. Just, I don't know. I think the only way that it would have been worse for me is if it would have been like Chiefs Commanders. As you know, I'm a Cowboys fan. And I remember just a couple years ago when they were still the Redskins, and that was my most hated rival. Yeah, I hate the Eagles. Yeah, I hate the Giants, but I really hate the Redskins. So they couldn't have really picked a much worse matchup for me for lack of interest. I, along with most of America, though, was rooting against the Chiefs and Taylor Swift and the three-peat and all that crap. No interest in that whatsoever. And, I am sure that Patrick Mahomes is a good dude. I really am. I really am. I'm sure that he is a good dude off the field and everything else. Need less commercials with him. Need less commercials. Overexposure, way too much. But it just the saturation of Chiefs this and Chiefs that, and any team with the tomahawk chop can go straight to hell in my book. I couldn't do it. I couldn't deal with it. So was I happy that the Eagles won? No. Was I happy that the Chiefs lost? Yes. Was I happy that the Chiefs lost in like a colossal crashing of the Phoenix back down to earth into a pile of ashes? Yes. Doug Shepard, waiting to pick up my granddaughter at school. I'll be driving the first 15 minutes of the show, so be sure to say hi when you back on that. Doug Shepard, had the chance to meet you briefly this last week. Hope you are doing well. Florida Buckeye, never get tired of hearing happy national champions year to Buckeye faithful. OH. There you go, Florida Buckeye. One of the best brisket chefs I know this side of the Mississippi. Don't know a lot of brisket chefs. I guess Texas is on the other side. So there you go. Never mind. I rescind that comment. The last time I wasn't even remotely interested in the NFL was last pre-pandemic. I just enjoyed watching the Chiefs lose. Yeah, I mean, just the numbers. I mean, and you sit there and you look now, and the Chiefs are only outgained by 70 yards and everything else. But so much of that was because of what happened late in the game. It's no reflection of the game itself. Neither team really. I mean, Kansas City ran for 49 yards. Philly ran for $135. Kansas City actually outpassed Philadelphia, but again, so much of that was late in the game. 3 turnovers, including the pick six. I mean, that's just kind of crazy to think about. It wasn't the neatest, cleanest game for sure. Jalen Hurts' stat line, 17 to 22 for 221, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, a rating of 119.7. That's not a bad line, especially when you think about all the pressure in the game and everything else. I mean, 17 to 22 is pretty solid right there. Devonta Smith, 4 receptions for 69 yards. He had a touchdown, as did A.J. Brown. It was fine. I mean, it was fine. Again, I don't need to watch the game again. I did not DVR it. I'll tell you that. I DVR'd Puppy Bowl, but that's just something else. Tom Brady was boring. Come on, here we go. Maybe not. I'm having problems punching questions through, so give me a second here. There we go. Tom Brady was boring, that's for sure. Yeah, he's fine. He's not a liability, but he's not super additive either, in my opinion. He doesn't really bring a whole hell of a lot. I just realized I'm not broadcasting to our YouTube channel or to our Facebook channel. I'm broadcasting to my own channel. Let me take that off. Remove.